Hello everyone and welcome, I'm Michael B. I hope you are doing great today. If you're new to this channel, please consider to subscribe and or leave a comment. And while we're at it, smash that like button and the notification bell too. I will surely bring you more videos on simulation, survival and strategy games every week. If you've been here before, welcome back! Hello, welcome back to another playthrough for Factorio. First time around, that was many questions in my head, and I had a hard time getting a grasp on the game. I was not that experienced. Now I've played a little over 200 hours, I think it's almost 300 hours, and have learned so much, but there's still rookie numbers. I got so much to learn. But I had an idea. I wanted to play around with trains. I wanted to play around with most of the things that is in the game, including robots and mods and whatnot. So I've done that. And this series is going to be called SQ25. Why SQ25? Well, on the screen now you should see a little layout of what I think the factory would become. This is the test, so this is the first try and error of that, and it's going pretty well, if I should say so. I've been playing around, what will it be, 30 hours about now, and we have launched 14 rockets, and the first rocket was launched within 21 hours. That's a personal record. So I'm pretty thrilled about that. And if we're going to the map here, we can see I've made a grid of 25 squares, and according to the picture you saw just before, it's not quite as intended. This was the first layout, and then I sat down and thought, well, how can we optimize this? And we're gonna dedicate the cross in here only for some kind of a bus lane, and in late game we're gonna fill this out with roboports just like that, so we're gonna have a really stable infrastructure. And all around here I'm gonna try to put down some train tracks. I'm just playing around with it now, learning how to do station, learning how to set things up, and I was a little scared at first. I was just, I don't want to do it because, oh, it's so difficult. And well, turns out it's not that difficult. What's difficult is to play around with combiners and whatnot. That's maybe in the future, but right now, I think it's going pretty well. We got a lot of extraction going on down here. I found some even more nodes out here, and a lot of copper, and up here, and not much out here. That's just water. So if we can, the next map, if we can find a map that's not that much water, then that would be preferable. But yeah, we'll work it out. I can take you around a little trip on the map here. Right now, if we put out the list pressing L, you can see here we got a lot of iron plates, and all things is pretty okay, except for going into the bottom. There's an over request for electronic circuits, the green ones, and the red ones. Of course, these are always in high demand. And something I didn't try before was a request for solid fuel. That's because we're launching so many rockets. And actually, where did it go? Where was the sulfur? It's popping up now and then. And yeah, I forgot to turn off some my mall here, so limit the chests. So we got enough of different kinds of things. 200 offshore pumps, 100 refineries. It's just ridiculous. 424 assembling machines, 500 radars. Just whoops, forgot that one. Yeah, things like that. So I need to keep that in mind next time, because a lot of resources is going for that, and it's just not. That's ridiculous. So yeah, we got 8,400 science packs. That's pretty awesome. 30,000 landfills in case of we ending out with a lot of water, and we did. So I think this is pretty okay. We don't have that not many problems. So the basic is pretty good. The basic is pretty good. I got some networks divided up, and I need to merge it into one cell. I'm playing around a little with keeping separate networks to see how that works out. It works for the most part. So what I ended up with down here, at least for the mining, this could go a lot faster. This is still stone furnaces, and these have been sitting here since yeah, almost since day one, I should say. in the early game, I haven't reconfigured it. It's ticking away nice and easily. But of course, you could beef that up with electric furnaces and beacons and speed modules, so it will become much more efficient. But I just wanted to keep it just for, I don't know, no real reason, just it's a lot of work. So we ran out of copper plates. I'm not sure why they didn't show. We got a lot of copper ores coming in, and copper plates, yeah, there they are, in very high demand. They're so far out the scale. So I am in the process of building some, you can see here, furnaces, electric furnaces with beacons. A lovely little cool blueprint. And yeah, we are making speed modules, but not that much. We are not making beacons, so I have to handcraft those. But we're gonna have a lot of copper coming in. There is 3 big mine ores over here. Yeah, we are playing in peaceful mode, and we're just trying to get along. That works out pretty okay. So I just put roboports all the way up through the tracks. I know it's not really necessary, but I'm just trying things out here. And here's the first unload station with copper ores. And you could argue that, well, you can just take a belt and run it down here and just, it's not that far. No, it's true. But here over on the other side, we got even 2 more copper patches, copper ore thingies that I want to include. Even got some iron here, and maybe somewhere in the future we got gonna use the uranium, but I'm not too bothered about that. So that's pretty awesome. It's working. It's working well. Getting more and more knowledge on the train track setup and how to do stations and doing these bypasses. That's pretty awesome. I am running 2 places, getting oil from 2 places, because the first one is down here. There was only 3, and that didn't last very long. We got some up here. A lot of oil is being hauled into the oil station down here, and here's our second oil refinery. It's producing a lot of plastic. I wanted to make this a main bus so the roboports can go in and out here, and we can also drag the train tracks, if there's room for that, in here, and make some kind of a roundabout so the trains can go out and fetch the stuff, go in here, unload it for designated squares. So I need to rethink this. The idea is really great, I should think, and just need a little more structure, a little more experience. But all in all, I think it's going pretty well, and that is why I just wanted to make this a little teaser, because I'm gonna redo all this in my second playthrough and take you with from the beginning. I was very much in doubt if I should start all over or if I should just continue from this on. But there's so many things I still have learned, and there's so many thoughts behind, so just wanted to take you through the process in case if you wanted to try out something similar, or if you even have comments to improve things for me. And we got even more iron down here. Maybe we should get that going as well. That's in the square, so why not? Stone, yeah, the stone is pretty fine. Well, the basic layout for all this was 60 signs per minute, so I've started out with scaling our red and green signs with 60 signs packs per minute, and then just calculate from there. It's always when you, always when I reach the purple signs, it seems to there seems to be a lot of issues. I can see here sulfur is also running low, so we might need to look into that using our facility up here. No, not that one. That here. Get some sulfur going. I got one plant over here somewhere. Is it? Where are you? You should be here. Down here. There we go. Running to produce sulfur, but I guess we may be out of petroleum. More or less, yeah, absolutely. So this series will start up next week from now, next Wednesday, as known on this channel. Wednesday is Factorio day, and I'm gonna keep going with this Square 25, trying to aim for a mega base until sometime September, I think. Where we're gonna have the final release for 1.0. It's gonna be so freaking awesome. But then you know, and I hope to see you in the next episode, where we're gonna start up the series SQ25 Square 25 with all the good trains, all the good robots, and what's not gonna come. It's gonna be in peaceful mode because I'm not good enough to play with biters on, not yet at least. Maybe when we're gonna have the full release, I'm gonna go total vanilla. That may be a perfect opportunity to do that. The mods list you can see here. I should show it on the screen. We got some playing around with a little long underground, so the yellow underground belts will be as long as the blue ones, because I get the idea that the yellow belts is not that fast as the blue ones, but I don't really get the idea that they cannot go underground just as far, because underground is underground, doesn't change anything, right? So yeah, then we got some beefed up power armor. That's pretty cool. Just running around and smashing biters is not gonna give me any benefit when I'm playing in peaceful mode, but I just like to play around with it. We got infinite resources. They're not gonna run out, because this I'm trying to get this set up and get the ideas behind, so I don't just want to change everything around. The design of the base in the future should be possible to just set everything up, and if the nodes run out, then they run out and we just expand further out. But right now I'm just playing around, getting familiar with my own ideas, and getting set up a really stable infrastructure, including trains, robots, and belts. We got some wind turbines. Yeah, I'm not running coal, or I'm not running nuclear. I'm just running a little windmill park, so that works pretty alright. And a few other things I like to show off once we get going. Afraid of the dark, so it's gonna be day all the time due to the rendering of YouTube. It's getting pretty dark, so we can always see what we're doing. Squeak through, far reach, chromatic bells, some clean concretes, and bigger inventory, and stuff like that. I haven't played around with half of it, but the idea is we will. And also, if you have any suggestions for mods, if you know some cool mods out there I haven't stumbled upon, then please let me know. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and until next time, take care and see you